Well, it's Friday, and it's time for our Todd Barsness voiceover-only income numbers and my voiceover-only income numbers. Todd Barsness, Hudson Barsness, both full-time voiceover talent. We give our numbers every single week, unless we say otherwise, that we're missing it for some reason around major holidays or something like that, but that's what we do. Dad's been in voiceover for 16 years. I am just about to conclude my 5th year and start my 6th year in April. I should try to figure out how much I've made in voiceover my whole career.
Yeah, I just did that.
Yeah, I know.
Put down all my numbers, yeah.
So anyway, we do that to, that's kind of our shtick, is giving our numbers and stuff like that. We think the voiceover industry should be held to that standard more often, coaches, voiceover talent, because you're running a business, a small business, and success is certainly winning jobs, it's certainly winning awards, it's certainly other things, but when it comes to business, turning a profit is the most important thing. And so if somebody's going to be talking about how they do their business and stuff like that, they should probably be successful. Otherwise, how do you know if what they're saying is true?
If I was looking for a coach right now, I would just say, well, how much have you made in voiceover, and then where? What genres?
Avenues,
yeah, so that you would know. And then I would ask, what are you make in coaching? And then I would ask, what do your top 3 students make in voiceover alone? And that give you a pretty good idea of if that's a person you can trust. I mean, if they're killing it with voiceover alone, and even if they're making a lot of money coaching, you should if you're killing it in voiceover.
Then your hard-earned money or whatever you're willing to invest is going towards something that you can most likely trust is going to help you. Anyway, we're going to jump into our numbers. We're going to do the VO Marketing Pro group's numbers here. Those are voiceover talent like Dad and I who get emails sent out on their behalf. Direct email marketing is Dad's kind of claim to fame, although he's made money other places. He's made over $2 million in direct email marketing.
Finally, you can say that for sure, yeah.
It's been a little while. You've been holding me back, but $2 million in voiceover-only income. He's averaged $200,000 in voiceover alone with all of his platforms he's on and stuff like that for 14 years. It's pretty impressive. Anyway, that's how it's based off of. Dad has an assistant named Andy who does his direct email marketing for him, but it's how Dad taught Andy how to do it and did it before he had hired Andy. So that's what these people's numbers are. 8 warm responses, 41 auditions. It was a good week of auditions. I had 5 this week in direct marketing, so I don't know if Joe put those in there or not. Anyway, I'm sure at least one of them is. And then Dad was the only one with a job this week, new client. Dad and I don't put our recurring clients because we have a fair amount. I had 3 this week. You probably had quite a bit more, but we don't want to inflate the numbers. So anyway, congrats, Dad, booking a new client job. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, on to my voiceover-only income numbers. I'm trying to make $2,100 a week. That is $110,000 in voiceover. Hopefully that happens this year. Last month I was over $9,200. My goal is $91,000. This month I'm over that as well. And spoiler alert, Napa hasn't given me a budget yet. So if you've been following along, I still haven't figured out. I did 2 sessions with them, one this week, one last week, and there's 19 spots, and they're trying to figure out. One of the people that was part of that is out right now on maternity leave. So I wonder if that's part of the problem with negotiating. I will let you know when I get that. But here is my week anyway. 1 warm response in direct marketing, 5 auditions. Haven't heard back from any of those yet. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 jobs because I put Napa in there. That's part of it, but I don't have a price. 11 jobs this week between my platforms. Voice 1, 2, 3, 3 jobs, total of $675. Direct marketing, 3 jobs, a total of $675. Upwork, 1, 2, 3, 4 jobs for a total of $238.50. Nothing on Voices, nothing on Fiverr, nothing on ACX, and nothing on the VO Planet. My total this week in VO only income without Napa, $1,588.50. So a pretty decent week, below my goal, but I'm making those weeks that I don't hit my goal, I'm closing the gap on, so I don't get too far behind. Not like a $300 a week or a $700 a week. So that's really nice. And then no editing for Dad this week. So my total overall was $1588.50.
You know, we live in the same house. Hudson's studio is up just above us here, and from this studio. Mine is just out here in the basement. And you used to, I mean, even last year at this time, but especially a few years ago, get anything? Nope. How about now? Nope.
Yeah.
How about today? Nope. And that's just very rare anymore. You're at least getting
rare.
some work regularly.
And that's my goal. Obviously, it's a hard goal to have when you're first starting out because you don't have a lot of numbers out there. Maybe you aren't that great, whatever. Just you haven't been in voiceover for very long. And so saying my goal is to try to not have a day where I'm skunked. Try to make some money. And that also goes with my mindset. I'm willing to work. Like I said, I had a $15 recurring Upwork job. Most people wouldn't do that. Yeah. I'm willing to because I'm playing a different game, a more consistent game where people say you can't have consistent income in voiceover. Dad's proven that you can. Other people have too, and I'm proving that. So that's kind of I really try not to get skunked. So I do things like some auditions for jobs I wouldn't necessarily really enjoy doing,
right?
Like audiobooks, lower paying stuff. Anyway, just because I'm here to make money.
Yeah, you're a business.
Yeah.
So my VO only weekly income, Voice 1230 and Upwork 0. Voices.com, I had one job for $600. Fiverr, $2,676, and Direct, $3,215. I had one new client, as Hudson said, and my total $6,491. I'm trying to make $2,500, so $6,491. Just to be clear, we don't give our numbers to brag. We give it for transparency and encouragement, and we would like people to give their numbers, so there'd be transparency and encouragement, and there would be, I can listen to that person. And so that's why we gave you the fact that my direct email marketing is now over $2 million, and I'm about $150,000 from $3 million total. And so that's why we talk about it. We don't talk about it to say, look at how great we are. We just talk about it to say, this is what we'd like to see in the industry. I don't think we will, but this is what we'd like to see.
And also, we started doing these numbers videos to somewhat follow my journey. There's a lot of people out there that will be giving out advice while they've said, well, I'm just starting out, so you can follow me along and I'll give you advice and then
tell you what doesn't work.
Yeah. And we've been careful not to do that. I've just tried to show this is what I'm doing. You don't have to do it that way, whatever, but this is my body of work here. And it started out with me trying to make $500 a week. And now I'm trying to make $2,100 a week. So just to prove that works and that's, I'm just trying to lead by example. I'm really into that. But just more do that because a lot of people say, well, you can't do it that way. And then all of a sudden, 3 months later, I'm not doing it that way. Oh, and they're people that are following and are like, I thought that's where we were going. Now I've just wasted 3 months doing it that way. And now you're switching.
Yeah. That happens
a
lot.
There's no switching going on here.
Right.
Anyway, anything else to
That's
say?
it.
All right. If you guys are interested in hearing more about this, you can certainly get a hold of us. You can comment below. Maybe you disagree. That's fine. Happy to talk about that. Not everybody wants to do business the way we do it, but we just think there should be equal time in the industry where there's not. So feel free to let us know if you think differently. We'll be here next week no matter what. Thanks for stopping by. If you are a person that's been here all the time, we appreciate you. If you are new, thanks all the same. Feel free to check things out. We got all sorts of numbers, videos, and stuff that you can check out. So we'll see you later. Have a good weekend.